What's up, guys? This is Butcher. In this video, I'm going to talk about the decision making in team fights and many different situations as Pudge. So I'm going to go over many different scenarios, mostly team fights, uh, and go over decision making. Who am I targeting in these team fights? Why am I targeting them? The whole concept behind it. Um, you can use rot to suicide, so I'm going to talk about that. Um, just many different things, and this video is gonna be my most advanced video, most in-depth video about very little things that you can do to actually outplay your opponent a significant bit as playing Pudge. So let's get on with it. So here I'm blocking instead of going for the bounty rune, because I know I don't know who I'm going up against, but I think I'm going against Sniper. And don't mind the Sniper pick, that's not what this video is about. So, but I mean, all I know is that Sniper is just very weak early game, so uh, let's get on to it. So this is the block. Again, I'm blocking most of the creeps, and then I'm splitting them up here, so one of the creeps goes ahead of the others. This creep is going to die quickly, and their lane is going to push, so that's all I need. Now, because I see all these three heroes here, I'm not going to be too crazy aggressive the first minute. I'm going to wait for them to leave. So here I'm not really coming close to their creeps. I don't want to lose too much HP. Focused on denying. This is not really the important part. So I'm trying to last hit as many creeps as possible right now. Okay, and this is where, I mean, this is very simple. I do this just about every single game. So I mean, Sniper, he's got like, I don't know, 600, less than 600 HP. I have 700 HP. I have a stout shield. So I just run at him, and I don't see a Marana or anybody in sight since I have a ward right here. So it's working out perfectly. I mean, this is so easy. Like, Sniper's no chance. I kind of got lucky that the arrow hit the creep, but I mean, it's okay. And I mean, I was kind of waiting for the Marana, so it's just like you gotta just kind of wait for it. And that arrow was just very very predictable. So here I know that Marana is level 2, so she just wasted the arrow, so she doesn't really do that much, and the tower does a lot of damage, so if I hook her under the tower, she can't really fight me. She can only run away. Now here she leaped. I already know instantly to turn around. Dropping my gauntlet to regen more HP. Man, she's like, I'm just kind of taunting her a little bit, but I know that she can't get in range of the tower. Now here I'm just waiting for, I have 600 gold, so I need a little bit more for a bottle. But right now, the big decision here is that I got a salve and a bottle. Now this is very important. This courier is coming to me, and the biggest takeaway here right now is that I'm going back to meet the courier over here because I don't see Marana on the map. So the Marana might be here waiting to kill my courier, so I'd rather just go back here for 5 seconds and then make sure that the Marana doesn't kill the courier. Better be safe than sorry kind of thing. And also, if I meet the courier here, I can salve up and use my bottle and get to full HP by the time I get back to the lane. Because I wasn't gonna really, I mean, I could have just waited like next to my lane, but it would just been slower. So this is a faster way to regen more health. But basically the main thing is that the Marana could have killed my courier, and I didn't want that happening. And this is a big scenario for like playing against, I mean, in this heroes level 1 against like a bounty hunter or Ricky, or even a nature's prophet. Like the first time you get your courier, you get your bottle or maybe a salve or anything, you might want to walk back here because the bounty hunter, most of the time, if he's off the map, he's right here trying to kill your courier. And I mean, when you really don't want to lose your courier, it's for 2 minutes and the opponent team all gets gold. So just take precautions here. And the higher the skill level, the more you need to be cautious about that. Now I see the Marana on the map. I see actually all 4 other heroes on different sides of the map, so I know that I could be aggressive. Here, he could have juked to the left, he could have juked to the right, I just guessed wrong. And see, because he's close to his tower over here, I can't really do that much, so that's why I always want to have the creeps here. Now there I was just trying to be aggressive, just trying to kind of keep the sniper on his toes. I mean, he could have died there, I missed the hook, but it's not a big deal. Now here, I can't really stay in lane, So like right now he's harassing me. He's got a lot of range and he's slowly bringing down my HP. I only have 500 HP and a bottle charge, so if I use a bottle charge, I'm only gonna have this much HP. So if I want to kill him, I want to kill him right now before I lose too much HP, or I could just stay in the back and not last hit at all and just be passive there. So I chose the aggressive route, and I'm gonna go for a hook here. Right now, I'm already like trying to think of what I'm gonna do. And right now, I'm already thinking about hooking like this because I'm going to get on this side of the creeps. He's going to get on the right side. I mean, this is just me predicting. This is just from experience. I've seen this happen a lot of times. So he's going to be on the other side. And I'm going to throw out the hook no matter what. Even if he's there, even if he's not there, I'm going to throw out the hook no matter what because I have to throw out the hook right now. Like, if I wait 5 more seconds, he's going to bring me down to like 400 HP. And I'm not going to have enough HP to even kill him if I hook him. So I have to make this count. So I'm looking at this creep here. It's kind of low. Well, here I just saw the opportunity. I just hooked him. I mean, this hook will work a lot. And here I'm kind of animation canceling a little bit with my attack. So what you have to do is you chase the person, and you have to attack click on them, and as soon as the Pudge finishes the animation, you have to click move. So it's very gradual. But if I was just clicking attack him, I would attack him, the Pudge would stop, and he would get out of rot range, and then I would mess up. So you have to kind of like animation cancel that a little bit to get the most out of the chase. So here I'm thinking about denying myself because it's going to take me like 30 seconds to walk back to the fountain, and then it's going to take me like 10 seconds to regen to full HP. So it's going to take me a very long time if I go back to base right now to regen all my HP. So what I'm planning to do right now is get as much experience as possible from these creeps and then just suicide myself. The respawn time is maybe going to be 15 seconds, and I want to spend all my gold so I don't lose any gold. And it's going to be a lot faster than me walking back. And the suicide is not going to, I mean, it's not going to count. It's like killing yourself to neutral creeps. So you're going to deny everything. Like, the opponent is not going to get any gold out of that, and you're not going to lose any streaks. So you could do that. If you're super low HP, like, you could just suicide yourself. One thing about reliable gold and unreliable gold is any hero kills you get reliable gold. So suppose you have 0 gold, you killed an enemy hero, you have 300 gold, you die, you're not gonna lose any gold. But if you if you got that unreliable gold, so you killed a bunch of creeps and you got 300 gold, and it's all unreliable gold, you get killed, you're gonna lose 200 gold, and the opponent is gonna gain gold. Right? So basically you want to spend your money as much as possible early game, as fast as possible, because if you die, you're going to lose a certain amount of money. So it's better to die with only reliable gold than a lot of unreliable gold. So you want to, like, see out here, I bought well, actually I think I'm going to sell it and buy boots, because I really need boots. And see, I bought 2 TP scrolls because I know in the future I'm going to need TP scrolls. So here I was kind of waiting for somebody. I mean, I was just on my toes. So I was going to deny myself anyway after I killed these creeps. So, I mean, the Marana leaped and I timed it perfectly. I suicided myself. Basically, anytime you're about to die as Pudge, just click the raw button and hopefully you cure yourself. You don't give the opponent experience, you don't give the opponent gold, and it works out the best way. So basically, you have to kind of get in the habit of trying to suicide whenever you know you're about to die. And see, I didn't lose any gold because I spent all my money. If I didn't spend that money, I was going to lose 200 gold. So now, Sniper is not a bad player, but because he doesn't have any vision here and it's nighttime, the creeps only see about this far. So by the time he saw me, he was just already he was already dead. And he was going for a last hit. I mean, this is a very easy hook, but Sniper is not a terrible player. It's just that he didn't see me and I saw him, so it's a very easy hook. And I mean, he's a sniper. He can't really do anything. So basically, just him picking Sniper to go mid puts him in a very disadvantaged position. This is a scenario of one hook, but this hook is so common and so basically easy to land, even on the best players, that I had to put this in here. So the basic scenario is, okay, suppose you're last hitting and the enemy is right here. If you come up to this side, he's going to go over here. If you come up to that side, he's going to go on the other side. So you use this to your advantage. So suppose he's right here and you're right here and he's last hitting. If you move right here, and he's still right there. Like he kind of, I mean, he was focusing on last hits. He wasn't really like focusing on you moving right here. What is he gonna do? Like you're right here and you're not last hitting creep, so he knows you're about to hook him. So what is he gonna do? He's gonna move to the side right here during the last hitting. No, he's gonna go right here and try to get on this side of the map, because then you can't land your hook. But use this to your advantage. So you come right here and you just hook, automatically know that they're gonna move right here from right here, and it's a very easy hook. So it just happens so many times, and this is like one of the most common hooks ever. So like if they're right here and you're right here, just automatically assume they're gonna move here and just hook to the left of them, hook to where they're gonna be going, and this is a very easy hook. Now see, he was like focusing on creeps, and just for a half a second, I moved right here, and he realized that I was about to hook him. So he's not gonna move randomly. He's gonna try to create, like, go right here and make sure that the creeps are between us. But I mean, in that little small window, you can always land that hook. Very easy hook, very easy kill. But I mean, you could do this against everybody. Like even the pros will fall for this trick, because if you catch that window, like basically if you just time it right, it's just a split-second decision, and they're just gonna make that mistake every single time. They're gonna move towards this area, and if you were on this side and they were here, they're always gonna move here. It's just 100%. Before we're going on with this scenario, I want to talk about two things that I always focus on when I'm in the middle of a team fight. So number one thing is look at their team and who do you target first. Now, how to decide that, most of the time it's I mean, there's a couple of ways. So basically, the person that does the most damage and is the easiest to kill, that's the person you target. So for example, they looking at their team, they have a sniper. Right now the sniper doesn't do anything. He's very weak, he doesn't have any items. So he doesn't really do that much damage. So just going past, and he's going to be in the back. So going past all of the enemies just to get the sniper is going to be a waste of time. But if this was late game and the sniper was 6 slotted, then yeah, sniper would be the biggest target, because if you don't kill him first, he's just going to kill your team because his damage is through the roof. Now looking at their team, maybe Invoker, maybe Slark, because Slark right now is their carry. So it's like you want to target the carry, the person, or the Phoenix. So you want to kill the Phoenix before he uses his ultimate, because his ultimate is very strong. So heroes like that. So for example, if they have like a lion, you always kill the lion first, because the lion has a lot of disables and he's very squishy. So it's going to be very easy to kill him. But if you don't kill him and he gets off his spells, like he gets his impale, his voodoo, I mean the sheep, whatever, and the ultimate, he just is going to do a lot of damage, and the cooldowns on his spells are very low. So if you don't kill lion and it's like a 30-second team fight, he's going to get off his impale and his sheep twice. That's a lot of disable, and it's going to be very easy to kill him. So that's the person you go for. Now the this rule applies to who not to target. So suppose the opponent team has an Abaddon, has a, I don't know, just some tank. Let's just say the opponent team has a Pudge. The opponent team has a Centaur. The opponent team has a, I don't know, a Spectre. They're very tanky heroes, but they don't do that much damage, right? So if they have an Abaddon on their team, the Abaddon is usually very tanky, and you're gonna bring it down to, I don't know, 30% HP. He's gonna activate his ultimate for a couple seconds. You're not even gonna be able to kill him, and then it's gonna take you. He's gonna be like half HP, and then you're gonna have to kill him from half HP, and he doesn't do that much damage. So it would be a waste of time targeting Abaddon. It would be a waste of time targeting like a Bristleback or something, because those are the tanks. Like suppose there's an Abaddon on the opponent team. The Abaddon usually, it will take like 4 times as much energy, as much time, as much damage to kill them as it will any other player on their team. So if they had like a big tank like a Abaddon, I would target the Abaddon last. Just ignore him. He doesn't do that much. He wants you to target him, so don't target the tanky hero first. Another rule of team fights is always go for the person running away. I see this so many times. Like, suppose somebody's like, there's 2 heroes on the opponent team, and one of them, you stunned one of them, like your team, he's dead 100%. Like you have 4 heroes targeting that one person. Don't worry about that opponent that you're targeting right now. Focus on hooking or chasing the opponent that's running away, so you get 2 kills instead of 1. Okay, here, this very easy hook. A very easy hook, he was stunned. Here I'm using the urn aggressively. Easy chase. And right now, I'm as soon as I was killing the invoker, all I'm waiting for is to any other opponent to show on the map. Like, I saw the arrow, so that means that the opponents are that way. So I'm trying to chase them as much as I can. Because right now, we're strong. We killed, like, their Slark. We killed their invoker. They're super weak. So right now, I'm trying to chase. Now, the chase kind of stopped. But here we found the... I don't know what the Phoenix is doing there. Okay, here I was already thinking about hooking the Mirana. When the Phoenix already gotten his egg, all I'm thinking about is hooking the Mirana, because the Phoenix, I mean, more chances than not, we're just gonna kill the egg and he's gonna die. But the Mirana can run away. So if the Mirana started running away as soon as the Phoenix ulted, I would have hit the egg once, and then I would have started chasing the Mirana. And I was trying to suicide when that last hit of the Mirana. I knew that I was going to die, so I might as well just suicide myself. It didn't work out, but I still had the intention of doing it. Here, there's a team fight about to happen, and I respawn in 10 seconds. So I'm trying to TP back here as soon as possible after I respawn. Now, one thing that I want to point out is the annoying option in Dota 2 that it's just there automatically. This one. So it focuses your camera on the hero as it respawns. It's very annoying. I don't like it, but it's automatic, so you can remove it by just unchecking this button right here. I would definitely recommend this if you haven't done it already. It just like if I was to respawn here, I'm trying to TP back here as fast as possible. It's automatically going to center me on the hero respawning. I mean, it's just annoying. So I'm TPing in. Okay, what am I thinking about? Looking at their team, the Slark is in danger, so the Slark is the first person I'm going to go after. The Mirana is the support Mirana. I don't really care about Mirana. Then I'm going to go for the Invoker, because the Invoker is, he's got decent farm. So that's my plan right now. See, I blocked the Slark sleep, and then I go for the Invoker instantly. Looking at my cooldown, 4 seconds on cooldown. See, like right now, I don't care about the egg because I can't really do anything about it, but I do see this Invoker running away. See, if I wouldn't have started thinking about hooking the Invoker super early on, he would have gotten away. And I mean, it was a little bit of skill trying to go into fog and hooking the Invoker, but I just guessed, like, wherever he's going to go, I'm going to assume he's just going to run away. And I succeeded in hooking him, and now we kill him. And, I mean, the Pudge doesn't really do that much when it comes to hitting the egg, like the Phoenix egg. Just like you hit one attack, and the attack Pudge has such slow attack speed, and I think I was hit by the slow of the attack speed of the Phoenix. So the only thing I could do, it's more useful to focus on the Invoker rather than killing the Phoenix, just not focusing on Invoker at all. And here, I mean, we win the team fight, and we did really well. And the PA was dead the whole time, and PA is our main carry. So it just goes to show that positioning in team fights and targeting the right people is the only thing that's really important in team fights. So that's why it's so hard to siege high ground, is because usually you dive, you get out of position, and the opponent, I mean, since it's their base, they can choose the positioning of the team fight, and they slowly wear you down, and they can regen faster because it's close to the fountain. So basically, positioning is a lot to focus on these in Dota, basically, especially as Pudge. Right now, we're trying to siege the opponent, the tier 1 tower mid, and we killed their Phoenix, so we have the upper hand. So I want to initiate right now as much as I can. I saw the I don't know, a yellow dot on the map here, so I went for that hook. Now here I'm looking at my cooldown, 1 second cooldown on the hook, so I'm about to go for the hook. I saw the Slark, so I blink in, try to do as much damage as possible. Now here I'm going for the hook on the Mirana. Just the Venge was in the way. I guess I should have waited. I was too slow in the dismember, so I didn't. I didn't get it. Okay, right now we're killing the Mirana, but I see the Invoker again. The Invoker is running away. My dismember is off cooldown, and I go for the side hook to get the Invoker. So right there, I could have focused on Mirana. We killed the Mirana 100%. The Mirana was already dead. She used leap. She was chronoed, so it's whatever. But the Invoker was right there, so and my dismember was off cooldown, so I leap in, dismember the Invoker, and we get the kill on Invoker. So we could have gotten only 3 kills, but because of that, we got 4 kills. Even though we were diving their tower, we were being super aggressive. Everybody on their team was dead. Phoenix by himself doesn't really do that much. He just respawned. So there was the right decision to go for the Invoker and dive the tower a little bit. And always, if you're in danger next to a opponent tower and there's your allies next to it, all you have to do is press attack on your ally, and the tower will stop targeting you. So that's how you can kind of toggle the auto attacks of the tower, so it doesn't just focus one person. Here we're about to start a siege on their base, and there's going to be 3 important things that are going to happen here. So I'm looking at the minimap, coming close to a team fight. I'm looking to see, okay, I saw the yellow icon on the map, so the PA is chasing, so I'm following that. I have an axe, so my hook on cooldown is only 4 seconds. And now there, the Phoenix was stunned. It was an easy hook to the side. Just like when you do that, make sure you don't miss the hook and accidentally hook your ally, because they'll get pissed and then the game just goes downhill. So when you do hooks like that, just be a little bit careful. Try to, take a little bit of time and aim if the opponent is stunned. Okay, here the PA is our carry. So there, I was just preemptively hooking because the PA was low. So I have to. If I was the opponent, I would go on the PA, so I just threw out a hook preemptively. And because the cooldown is only 4 seconds, because I have Scepter, I can afford to do that. Now here I have 2 urn charges. One I just used on PA because she needs it right now. And she doesn't have any regen, so it's like, and she's our carry. So to continue the siege, you have to use the urn charges to save your ally. See, I'm using bottle charges on her too. You can use bottle charges by pressing Alt and the bottle charge on somebody else. Now here they're still targeting the, I actually used both of my urn charges and 2 bottle charges on the PA. Now here the PA got hooked, so I just, you can also use the hook to save an ally. Now here what's important is, so I blinked here, the Invoker cold snapped me and EMP'd. I had 2 choices. I could have run away, or I could have went for the hook and tried to be aggressive on the Invoker. And I know that he's a Wex Invoker, and I didn't have that much mana, so I knew I was going to lose all my mana when the EMP went off. So if I ran away, I would have probably not made it because I was cold snapped, so I would have like cold snapped been like here, 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 and the EMP would have still hit me, and I would have lost all my mana. So instead of doing that, I chose the aggressive route, and I just hooked the Invoker because he was just standing still casting spells, so it was a very easy hook. And I dismembered him, so the cold snap didn't take effect because nobody else was hitting me. So I killed the Invoker. I still lost all my mana. The EMP hit me, but I killed the Invoker. So in that case scenario, it was much better to be aggressive and just go for the hook and not just run away because there's an EMP rather than so be aggressive rather than passive, and most of the times it'll pay off. Here we're about to go for a smoke and go gank the opponent. And when you smoke and go gank the opponent, you want to make sure you as Pudge go first. I mean, you don't want to like split up too much, but basically what you want to do if you have a blink, you want to blink and dismember the first person you see. And if the opponents are not like super closely together, you're just going to kill that person automatically. It's much safer than just going for the hook. Now here the smoke broke, so I just dismember the first person I see. So here I know I'm about to die, So instead of running away and not doing anything, I killed the, I hooked the sniper, and we killed the sniper pretty easily because of that. So one of the biggest things I forgot to mention is just never to panic during team fights. Stuff is gonna get very hectic, and there's gonna be all kinds of spells. You're just, if you're even like the best players, they just start panicking. Like, what do you do? Do you run away? Do you be aggressive? But most of the time, it's better to be aggressive, especially if it's a 5v5 team fight, and you know that you should win the team fight. So just be aggressive. Like there, the sniper was killing me, and I was about to die in like 2 seconds. So instead of just running away, I hooked the sniper because he was standing still attacking me, and brought him closer to our team, and then we killed him really easily. So it's things like that that you shouldn't panic. Like there, if I panicked, I would have just started running away, and I would have just given up. But there, I hooked the sniper. Another thing I want to mention is when team fights do happen, just because you're low HP doesn't mean you should go back to base and just give up on the team fight altogether. Like if you're 10% HP but full mana as a Pudge, just stick around in the back and go for a hook on people that are about to die, or just wait around. Maybe you can save an ally. Just don't go back to base and like if you have a lot of mana, you can, hook somebody, dismember them, and you'll actually gain HP from the dismember. And Pudge is very tanky, so if you have 10% HP, it could be like 300, 400 HP, which is still a lot of HP. So, you want to be as useful to your team as possible. You don't want to be useless. And I see a lot of people doing this. Like they'll have low HP and they'll just automatically go back to base just because they have low HP. This is going to be the last highlight of this particular game. And I'm dead. But I do have boots of travel, so as soon as I'm respawning, I want to TP back to a creep. If you do TP back to a creep, make sure the creep is not like close to enemies where they can kill it, because late game it's very easy to kill a creep. So, and if you kill the creep that the opponent is, or somebody's TPing to, the TP stops. So uh just make sure, like, because it's gonna really suck. Like for example, you do a team fight, you die, you buy back, and you boot to travel to a creep, and somebody kills the creep. So that just sucks. Like you're out of the team fight completely and you just wasted a buyback. So make sure to TP to a creep that's like kind of not gonna die in the next 3 seconds. Also, if you're playing against people and somebody starts TPing to a creep, be like fast and make a decision whether to run away or kill the creep. If you have a lot of damage, just kill the creep, you'll be fine. So like if you're playing against Tinker and he's TPing to a creep and you're gonna die if he TPs in, then just go try to kill the creep because he's gonna have a blink dagger and mobility. So that's just one thing. So here the PA and Void are pretty farmed. 5 seconds to my respawn. I'm looking at the creeps. This is what I'm gonna TP to. There's a lot of stuff, so I can't really hook right now. So I'm trying to find an angle where to hook. If that creep was in there, I was going to go for the Slark. Now there, I just saw an opportunity, and I went for it. There, I tried to go for the hook, but I missed it because, well, if the Void was in there, I was going to hook directly at the sniper, and it was probably going to hit, but the Void was coming that way. So I took account, like, if the sniper didn't move at all, it was going to hit the sniper, but it wasn't, like, directly on him. So he moved a little bit up, so I missed the hook, but, I have an ag, so it doesn't really matter that much. Here, when something like this happens, and I learned this from watching dendi replays, so suppose somebody's stunned or chronoed or something, just wait until that stun is over. You don't have to like hook them right away. Like right now, you're gonna see me wait like 2 or 3 seconds before hooking and instant dismembering the Phoenix. I know that the sniper is dead, so I'm just focused on Phoenix, and I want to be really fast on the hook dismember because I don't want him to use his ultimate. It's just gonna be easier to kill him before he ulties. And I was waiting maybe for the twin-headed dragon to maybe ice bath, maybe do something, because if they chrono and you hook them automatically and dismember them, they were stunned for like 1 second in the chrono and 3 seconds in dismember. But if they chronoed and I wait for the chrono to almost be over and then I hook them and then I dismember them, the Phoenix is stunned for a total of like 3 seconds or 4 seconds in the chrono and 3 seconds dismembered. So he would be stunned for a total of 6 seconds instead of 4 seconds. So you want to just like kind of do small things like this, and sometimes it can uh, be the difference between killing the opponent and not killing the opponent. But I mean, sometimes you do have to hook as soon as possible. Like if they have an opponent that might stun you if you wait 3 seconds, then yeah, go for the hook. But always kind of think of things like this. Like don't just. I mean, you have to. I mean, and this can get very in depth. And I mean, this video I'm talking about very minor details, but those details are going to be the difference between outplaying your opponent and not outplaying your opponent. So you want to be as So there, I even hooked too early. The chrono. I mean, you want to kind of time it. I mean, I thought this was kind of funny, so I have the blade mail, and the sniper kills himself on the blade mail, and then we kill the Mirana. So this clip was just very funny, and I just wanted to show this. But I'm basically Ag's late game. Well, Ag's mid game is very powerful. So let's move on to the next replay. In this scenario, I'm the Pudge, I'm on Dire, I'm going against mid Ember, and these are going to be, in this replay, there's going to be 2 hooks that you can use. So here I'm just pushing the creeps. I've got arcane boots, so I can spam a lot more. Now, we have a ward here, which makes this hook possible. Now it's nighttime, so he doesn't see me right now. So he killed all the creeps, and usually people will start blocking to like he started blocking the creeps a little bit. So instead of here, the creeps met here, so it was closer into his tower, so he'd be a little more safe. So you can use that to your advantage and just kind of guess that he's gonna be in front of the creeps. And since it's nighttime, he didn't really see me, and I had the ward here, so I saw him. So it was a pretty high. Well, it wasn't a high percentage hook, but it was like a decent percentage hook. And since I have arcane boots, I can spam a lot more. I mean, he wasn't expecting it. Like he could have used flame guard. He could have teleported to his spirit, just bursting the ulti. But he just like the instant dismember was too fast, so he was just kind of lost there for a second. For I mean, well, quarter of a second. So I killed him from almost full HP just with the combo because at level 10 Pudge is very strong. And here, so I mean, I'm just hitting the creeps, just farming. Do I speed this up? Okay, so Sven comes out of the trees. Now that was a very timing hook. You will get better at this as you do this. It's kind of like a TP hook. Like if somebody's TPing in, you time it perfectly to where the hook lands just when they TP in, and it's 100% hook. The Sven there was about to. I mean, I just kind of timed it, and you have to time it where the Sven last hits the creep. So you have to hook early. Like if you wait for the creep to die and then you hook, the chances that you hit him are very, very low because he could have moved anywhere. Because it's gonna be about like 1 to 1.5 seconds for the hook to actually get there. So you have to hook before the creep is dead. And you have to assume that he's gonna last hit the creep. Like if he wouldn't have lasted the creep there, I would have hooked the creep, and then the tower hit would have killed the creep, so I would have missed the hook. But because he was going for the last hit, it was just really obvious that he was just gonna go for it. It's very, I mean, and there was nothing else blocking it other than the creep. That was a very easy hook. Well, it wasn't an easy hook, but it was a high percentage hook. And also notice throughout all of these replays, I'm using the urn very aggressively. And I'm using the urn very to heal my allies as much as I can. Here, there's going to be 3 mistakes that I make. Well, one of them is just like whatever, but 2 of them are big mistakes, and I'm going to point them out. So I have a regen rune. And because I have a regen rune, I'm very, I could spam. So there was a low chance hook. But it was just, I had an Aether Lens, so maybe I got lucky and I landed that hook. But it wasn't a big deal. Since I have a regen rune, I'm just spamming. So that was the first mistake. But I mean, it's not really a mistake. It's just like whatever. Now here, the Rubik runs straight. I mean, he's about to die, so I just assumed he's going to run in a straight line. Like, if he was going to try to juke me, the Clinks was just going to, like, kill him anyway. And I think even if I wasn't there, the Clinks killed him anyway. So in those situations, you don't have to assume that the Rubik is going to juke you or anything like that. It's just a free kill. And a lot of times, okay, let's talk about KS. Okay, so this is just like a thing in pubs that is kind of overrated, I think. So people like KS is kill stealing, So if like your ally did like 90% of damage and you just land the last blow, that's chaosing. Now, okay, everybody gets mad when you do that, but as a Pudge player, I don't really care if anybody kisses me because it's very important to get the kill. It doesn't really matter who gets it, unless you're like the support and you want to have the carry get the kills. But if it's a mid player and a carry player, it really does not matter at the end of the day who gets the kill. It's just important that you get the kill. So suppose like you're about to KO, like the enemy is low and you see, I don't know, just a Pudge or somebody killing him. You want to kill the opponent as fast as possible, so just KS, use your spells if you can afford to cast that mana. I mean, don't just waste mana, but basically KSing is not that bad. The only time where I would see it being stupid is like if it's a very long cooldown spell. So if like the enemy, you're targeting like anybody of the enemy, and the lion uh, fingers like ulties the opponent that's like, I don't know, 100 HP with his ultimate, and the ultimate is like a 2 minute cooldown, probably even more. So then, and he didn't need to do that because it's just the opponent was gonna die either way. So yeah, that's stupid. But if you have a spell with a low cooldown like Pudge does with a hook or a dismember is 30 seconds, so it's not that low. But basically, if you have a spell with a low cooldown, don't worry about KSing and don't worry about teammates KSing you. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, like I've seen this happen a lot. Like you're a Pudge, you hook somebody and you dismember them, and the ally doesn't want to dismember, and suppose it's like a Weaver or something, and then the Weaver has like 10 HP by the time you finish the dismember, and he uses his ultimate, and the Weaver gets away just because your ally didn't want to KS you. So it sticks like that. Like I hate it when the ally just hesitates and the opponent gets away or almost gets away because they didn't want to KS. So getting the kill is the most important thing. Don't worry about KSing. I still have the regen rune, so I want to kill these creeps and then regen up, because if the creeps attack me, then the regen rune will be cancelled. Here I actually still have the regen rune, so, well, I just popped it, so I see the Sven hitting. So this is one of the mistakes. I should have just waited a little bit, because I mean I hooked him in fog. I thought he was just attacking the creeps, and if he wouldn't have moved, I would have hooked him. But I maybe should have just waited. Well, there I should have either canceled my animation or something like that. And this is the second mistake. Here I don't want to waste my ultimate because I think that the Sven is already dead, and we don't need to use the ultimate to kill him. But it turns out that we do. So this is the third mistake. I should have used the ultimate as soon as possible, but I waited. Now here the Ricky almost died because I didn't use the ultimate early. And this is a good play. I have the Aether Lens, and I mean that was a pretty easy hook, and then I rotted to kill the Weaver in this mode. So I mean it's not terrible gameplay, but I mean something you can still work on. And basically if I would have just waited just a second longer on every single one of those things, and I would just like thought it out a little bit more, I wouldn't have missed that hook on the Sven. I would have decided that I needed to use the dismember on the Sven. Uh, and just like using the ultimate for the carry, even if it's overkill, is not the worst idea in the world. But the Ricky almost died because of it. So just things like that. Like look back on your replays, and I mean just think back of the plays that you made that game. This is early game. I'm laning against Windrunner. Here I'm level 4. The Windrunner killed me once, so I'm trying to be a little more passive. So I'm just trying to focus on last hits, and see, I'm doing badly in my lane, so I'm going for the rune, even though I don't even have a bottle. Now this is, since I have a double damage rune, I'm actually pretty strong. So, I mean, there, it's just very easy to hook because he thinks I don't see him. So he's just trying to auto-attack me. He doesn't even know that I see him. So, but there I just did a bit amount of harassment damage. Now I'm about to buy a bottle. So I got my bottle, so I'm about to get that in like 10 seconds. So I'm waiting for the bottle, and I see that the winner is pretty low, but she's looking at my mana, and I don't have enough mana for a hook, so that's why she's staying in lane. Now here I'm trying to I'm trying to get the kill, but since I have a double damage rune, I'm trying to get all the last hits and denies. Now here, okay, look, CC's on the left. I'm going like this. I mean, this is I don't know why, but this is just how people juke. Like, she can't go here. Like, she'll hit a wall, so she's gonna hug the wall because she thinks that the obvious path is to go like this, but nobody's gonna go like that since the winner is a good player. So she's gonna go like this, or she's gonna go like that. And most of the time, like, I didn't really give her time to think. I would just like, as soon as I started coming here, I just knew that the winner was gonna juke that way. So it's just something you're gonna get with experience. I'm getting myself a 4-man shield. It's not a bad idea because I'm doing poorly, so I'm trying to get as many like I don't know, cost efficient items as possible. Now I have my ultimate, so I'm pretty strong right now. So I'm not really like, if I hook her and then dismember her, I'm pretty much win. Now I see the lion coming in, so I'm trying to be a little more passive. See, I deny myself because I knew I was about to die, so I wasn't just panicking, rotting as soon as I was low HP. I was kind of timing it perfectly. Now I'm about to respawn in 10 seconds. I'm gonna TP top to kill the Slark because that's their carry. Now, I mean, the lion ganked me, so I know that nobody's top. So here it's very simple. Like, I'm not rushing the hook. Like, I could hook right now, but right now it's 100%. I know he's gonna go for that last hit, so it's a very easy kill. And the Slark is not even level 5. He's level 5, so it's a pretty easy kill. Going back mid. Oh yeah, he got arcane boots and he told me to come over, so you gotta be as much of a team player as possible. Now here I see that they're coming at me, so I'm running away because I know they're stronger than me. But I see my team coming in, so I'm gonna tank a bunch. And well, see, they messed up their stuns. They stacked it. Okay, now here I'm trying to kill both of them, not just one of them. So I know that the Beastmaster are pretty much dead. So I'm already focusing the lion to try to kill the lion. I'm bottling up, maybe, in between hits. Oh, suicide myself because I knew I was about to die last second. So you gotta be like on your toes. So I mean, we killed 3 of them, and I got the suicide 2 times in a row. So very, very good plays by me. But you just have to kind of be pay attention to it. So like, I mean, I didn't really focus on the Beastmaster too much after Dismember. Maybe I should have started backing off. Maybe I would have lived, but I wanted to kill the lion too. And I mean, I saw that the winner was coming in, but I had a lot of teammates there, so 1 for 3. Even if I didn't suicide and it was 1 for 3 trade, it's still a really good trade. It's their off laner, the support, and their mid player just for me, so it's still a good trade. And I got a bunch of strength, fleshy points. Okay, this hook that I'm about to show you is, in my opinion, one of the hardest, most technical, best timing hooks that you can master. It's much this kind of hook is much more impressive to me than, I don't know, hooking somebody that's running in a straight line from fog, because it's actually a lot harder. So I'm gonna play this in slow motion, and I'm gonna go over it after I land the hook. So you see the Windrunner last hit in creeps, and this is like, you have to read your opponent like a book, kinda. See me? That was pure skill pretty much because I timed it perfectly. Okay, so if you were the Windrunner, I think they have a ward there, so they know that I'm there. So she even sees me, right? And I'm just there, like, she knows that I'm about to hook. So, but she still gets hooked because it's very okay. So all the creeps just died, and the Windrunner just released the arrow, and as the last creep was about to die, what do you do as a Windrunner? You go back because you killed all the creeps, so you go back. So if you time it perfectly, I timed it like where she was just backing off right after the creep. So I started, I like threw the hook out when like a half a second before all the creeps were dead, and by the time all the creeps were dead, the Windrunner started moving back or stayed in the same spot, and the creeps started moving forward, and then I landed the arrow on, I mean the hook on the Windrunner. So I mean, that kind of hook, it wasn't just pure luck. I was just waiting for it, and I timed it perfectly. And a lot of times you can do the same thing. Like if somebody's last hitting creeps and they're like flash farming like an SF, what's the SF gonna do? He's gonna come up to the creeps, do 2 raises, and then walk backwards. If you time it perfectly, you can always get him from the side after he killed all the creeps. So I mean, this kind of hook is much more impressive to me than hooking somebody in a straight line going into fog or something. It doesn't look that impressive, but if you know what's going on, actually what's going on, then these kind of hooks are very technical. They're the most satisfying. Here I'm going mid lane early game against Bloodseeker, and I win a new item build. I just tried this out. Stout Shield and Boots of Speed. I shipped myself a salve as soon as possible. And I'm pressed for time. I can't really lane against Bloodseeker for a long time, so I just need to kind of run at him and do my best. And the reason I chose this replay, I mean this moment, is because of the I played very well. I played my best. So right now, all I'm thinking about is killing him. Because I mean, if he regens up to full HP, he can regen up. So if I don't kill him, I don't have any salve or regen or anything. So I need to really be aggressive. So right now that he's close to the creeps, I could just I could be really aggressive. And if you don't attack the opponent under their tower, the tower is not going to start targeting you. So if I just run next to him, rotting. Okay, see, I killed him there. And see, I pressed the thing, and the tower stopped attacking me. I mean, if you press attack on your own on your own creeps, the tower stops attacking you. So I shipped myself a bottle and a salve as usual. I mean, you're gonna start seeing a pattern here. Like, if you're very low HP, you need a salve and a bottle. You don't want to just get the bottle by itself. And here I'm stronger than him. Well, actually, I mean, let's see. So see, I missed the hook, and I get out of dodge because I saw that I was losing the fight. I couldn't kill him one-on-one, so I had to use the hook, point-blank hook, but I missed the hook. I mean, sometimes you point-blank hook it, and you're just forced to do it. If I would have hit him with the point-blank hook, I would have killed him. But since I missed it, I need to get out as soon as I can. I mean, you kind of have to realize at certain points when you're going to win or lose the team fight just by how much HP is dropping from each player. Now here, I'm in a very bad situation. I'm super low HP. But I have a lot of mana, so my only chance is to hook him under a tower if I want to kill him. So if there's no chance, then I'm just gonna get experience and not really do anything. But here I think he messed up. Well, here is just bad. But okay, look. See, I played that perfectly, cause if I would have just stayed there and rotted and attacked him, he would have killed me before I killed him. But I mean, I moved away. So he tanked a tower hit, an extra tower hit, and I stopped the rot, and then I auto-attacked him, because if I rotted a little bit more, I would have lost, I would have just killed myself. So there I played it perfectly. I mean, just like, this will come with experience. And to top things off, I see the lion there, and I suicide right before he kills me. So that's just good reflexes. So, and you gotta just like, I mean, when you make plays like this, and it's just very satisfying to play like this. So here I'm winning the lane. I'm pretty much taking control of the lane. Trying to be as aggressive as possible. Let's see. See the lion's ganking me. If the lion wasn't there, I would have killed the Bloodseeker. Missed the hook. Well, I was going for the hook. I just threw it out a little bit too late. I put the ward to make sure the lion doesn't see me take the rune, or doesn't like steal the rune from me. Now watch this. This is one of those hooks where it's like perfect timing. Like he just killed a creep, and I know that he's gonna move back because he sees me coming. Or I don't know. I just had a intuition that he killed a creep and then he's just gonna move back. So this is one of those perfect timing hooks. Yeah, like hook like that, or the hook on a windrunner. Those are the kind of hooks that are super impressive because they have to be perfect timing. I mean, it's a little bit of luck involved, but I mean, it's timing too. And here the lion is juking, so I mean, this is a pretty easy kill. So, I mean, it's just like the more you play, the more you'll be able to predict the opponent. So, if you're going to take away anything from this video, it's just to analyze your opponent, analyze the gameplay, learn from your mistakes. I mean, the reason I make these hooks seem so easy is because I've done it like a million times, so it's just second nature. I'm not even really thinking about it too much. So the more practice you get, the better you're gonna get at it. And I mean, don't expect to play like me. Just like right off the bat. Like if you play like 50 games with Pudge, don't expect to play like me or land all these hooks. And I mean, I'm also showing you the good plays. Like there are some games where I'm playing very badly. So hope you learned a lot from this video. So I mean, we learned to who to target during team fights. Target the people with the lowest HP that do the most damage or are the most effective in a team fight. So like for example, like if you play against a Windrunner, always target Windrunner because Windrunner does a ton of damage and she has a shackle shot. So if she lands a shackle shot, it's like a 4 second stun. If she lands a shackle shot on 2 people at the same time, like shackle 2 people, then it's like a 4 second stun on 2 people, and the cooldown's very low, and the Windrunner does a ton of damage, and she has Windrun, so it's very hard to kill her if you don't target her. So heroes like that, like you're gonna learn that some heroes you just need to kill super fast. But like heroes like Wraith King, you don't need to target that early because the Wraith King's just gonna come back and it's easier to kill his whole team and then kill him than to kill him first and then kill his whole team. So like right this game we target Lina and Lion first, maybe Slark, maybe even Bloodseeker if before he gets his Blade Mail. We also talked about the ganking and being aggressive, and being aggressive most of the time is better than being passive. We also talked about the not panicking in team fights, so you have to kind of analyze everything and make split-second decisions. Talked about using rot to suicide and deny the opponent the kill. It has to be like kind of second nature. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you learned a lot from this video. See you next time.